Okay, all right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add chair legs to this stool. I'm going to go to the front or the floor level view, the floor plan floor level view, so I'm looking from above down onto the chair. All right, and earlier I had you create these lines so that we could draw the chair legs from those positions, but I really don't need them. Okay, so I've decided not to use them, so I'm just going to delete them. Okay, now I'm left with those 4 planes right there, and I can make these legs on those planes. And I just discovered that it's easier to make them instead of at the 45-degree planes. It's really easier to make them on these 90 and 180-degree planes. So I'm going to click on the front view. Well, first, I want to go to the Create panel. I want to set my planes. Right now I'm set for top of chair. I don't want that. I want to set reference plane front to back, and then click OK. Now it's telling me I need to go to a different view in order to draw on this plane. So I'm going to click on elevation front, because that's where I want to draw it from, and click to view. Alright, now here is where I can create this extrusion. It is going to be a sweep extrusion. So I click on sweep, and I want to sketch a path. So when I click on sketch a path, it gives me drawing tools. I'm going to use the Spline Tool. Okay, the Spline Tool gives me these points which I can edit and adjust my line and put some curves to it. These are called Beziers. Click on that. Reference the very corner of the chair, because that's where these will come to. They'll actually come to this, and they'll cut through the this other piping material right here. Okay, so I'm going to come out, and I want this to be kind of curvy. So I'm coming out at 45 degrees. It's really not important, the angle that I'm coming out at. And I'm clicking and drawing this shape arbitrarily, just in arbitrary locations. I mean, they have no rhyme or reason to them. Okay, now I'm going to start bending back, going in that same direction. And so I'll kind of get it visually where it's even vertically with the other outcropping, and then start curving in, and then straight down to the floor. Now I can hit the escape button, and I have a leg. Okay, now I haven't finished yet, but I have created the path, so I can click on the check mark to finish the edit mode, the edit path mode. Alright, and now what I need to do is I need to create a circle that's going to trace up along this line and create that pipe for me. Already sketched the path. That is the path right there. Alright, now I want to edit. What I do is I edit profile. What edit profile is going to do is going to allow me to draw on this plane right here. Okay, a little confusing, I know, because it just automatically created that plane. So we're going to edit profile, which we really don't have a profile yet, but we're fixing to. And I can do this from 3D view, elevation, left, right, floor level, all that kind of stuff. I'm just going to go to the floor plan, or actually the floor plan level here, floor level, open. And now I'm going to draw a circle on that plane. Now my pipe is 3/4 of an inch, so we're measuring from the radius. So it's actually, we're going to measure a radius of 3/8 inches. All right, and then we just click on mode here to check it so that we're done, to tell it we're done, and then we check it again to tell it we're done again. All right, now I think something is strange about this. Let's look at it in 3 dimensions. No, it's good. It did draw successfully. Drew us a table leg, a chair leg. All right, going back to the floor plan level. I want to retrace this drawing, or reposition this drawing all the way around. Now I could create what's called an array, but I might as well just go ahead and copy them. So I'm going to select this one. I'm going to select copy, multiple is already selected. And then I'm just going to select me a reference point, which right here would be a good reference point. Okay, so I'm going to go around. I'm going to place that using that same line and that same reference point in the same place and click it in right there. Now, as you notice, they're not pointed in the right direction. That's all right. We're going to fix that. So just keeping in mind which way they're facing, we can kind of use this one as our pattern, as our guide, so that we can rotate them in the proper direction. So we'll start with this one. It's already selected, and we'll click on rotate. All right, and we'll click to activate the rotate and click on this way. Now I'm going to have to move it just a tad. As you see there, it's not quite centered on that plane. So I'm just going to use my arrow keys and I might have to get a little closer. And that's satisfying right there. All right, and actually, if you look at it carefully, I rotated it the wrong direction. I'm going to click rotate again. Okay, now it matches this right here. Okay, it says reference plane is slightly off axis. We don't care. We're good. Now see, we are off right here. So I'm going to bump it down just a little bit. Get it centered up again on that ring. All right, now escape out of that one. And this one's going to be rotated 180 degrees so it looks just like this one. Select, rotate. Click and then rotate around 180 degrees. And I need to line this one up as well. So I'm going to zoom in, and this is already on the center, so we're good. We just need to bump it down to where that circle here is on the center of this particular ring. Okay, again, rotating this one, select it, rotate, make sure we're doing it the right way. Okay, we got the right direction. Now we're going to zoom in, we're going to bump it to center it up. And let's see, maybe a little closer. There we go. And then of course we need to go in the other direction, the vertical direction, to get that circle centered on that particular ring. Now I can go to my 3D view and look at a chair. Now there's one other thing I want to add is I want to add an element right here, going right here, because these legs are apt to spread because they're so long and they're kind of narrow. All right, so I'll go back to my front view actually on this one, and I'm going to create a Revolve Extrusion. I'm going to use a circle, zoom in, and we'll put that circle right here at the apex of that. And I'm going to make it 3-8 or 3/8 inches. Okay, and I'm also going to scoot it over to the right. Okay, we're going to select it, use my arrow keys to slide it over. Zoom in, make sure I get it right. That's pretty good. It overlaps a little bit, but that's all right. And now I need to pick an axis. Right here's my axis. Check mark. And we're done. Escape. Now we can get another view, another three-dimensional view. And there we go. So pretty cool. Now that chair can be placed in any project that you build, as long as you save it. Save. All right, that's it. That's how you create those the chair and those legs.